You understand English, but when you try to speak, your mind suddenly becomes empty? Maybe you first think in your own language, translate the sentence, check the grammar, and then try to speak. That is why speaking feels slow and difficult. But what if you could train your brain to think directly in English? In this video, I will show you a simple method to stop translating. Start thinking in English and speak with more confidence and fluency. Stay with me until the end, because each chapter will take you one step closer to making English a natural part of your mind. Chapter 1. Stop translating every sentence. Maybe you know many English words. Maybe you understand English videos. Maybe you can read simple English without a big problem. But when someone suddenly asks you a question in English, your mind becomes slow. You know what you want to say, but the words do not come quickly. Why does this happen? One big reason is translation. You first think in your own language, then you try to change that sentence into English. Then you think about grammar. Then you search for the correct word. Then you worry about pronunciation. After all this, you finally speak. This process is too long. It makes English feel difficult, even when you already know enough English to communicate. If you want to speak more fluently, you need to slowly remove this translation habit. You need to build a direct connection between your thoughts and English. Think about a simple object like a chair. When you see a chair, you should not first think of the word for chair in your own language and then translate it into English. You should look at it and immediately think, chair. The same thing can happen with your phone, table, door, window, shoes, water, book, bag, and many other things around you. This looks like a very small exercise, but it is powerful. Your brain learns through repetition. Every time you connect an object directly with an English word, you make that connection stronger. At first, you may need a few seconds. Later, the word will come faster. This is exactly what you want. You want English words to come directly into your mind without asking your first language for help every time. Now go one step further. Do not only name objects. Start naming actions. When you are walking, think, I am walking. When you sit down, think, I am sitting. When you open the door, think, I am opening the door. When you drink water, think, I am drinking water. When you pick up your phone, think, I am checking my phone. These sentences are simple, but that is the point. You do not need difficult English to train your brain. Many learners make a mistake here. They want to think in long, advanced sentences from the first day. Then they feel tired and frustrated. Start small. Simple English is not weak English. Simple English is the foundation of fluent English. If you can produce simple sentences quickly, you are already moving in the right direction. Here is something important to remember. When you think in English, do not stop every few seconds to check your grammar. Imagine you are thinking, I am go to kitchen. Maybe you know this sentence is not perfect. The correct form is, I am going to the kitchen. But during your thinking practice, the most important thing is to keep your mind moving in English. You can correct your grammar later. If you stop after every sentence and ask, was that correct? Did I use the right tense? Should I use a or the? Your brain will become nervous. Fluency needs movement. Grammar needs correction. These are both important, but they do not always need to happen at the same time. First, train yourself to stay in English. Then improve the mistakes slowly. Let me give you a small challenge. Look around the place where you are right now. Find 10 things. Maybe you can see a wall, a fan, a chair, a light, a cup, a laptop, a window, a bag, a pen, and a table. Look at each thing and say its English name in your mind. Do not translate. Just look and think in English. After that, make one very easy sentence about each object. The wall is white. The fan is moving. The cup is on the table. My laptop is open. The window is closed. This exercise may feel too easy, but do not underestimate it. Your goal is not to impress anyone. Your goal is to train your brain to respond in English automatically. You can also use feelings and needs. When you are tired, think, I am tired. When you are hungry, think, I am hungry. When you feel cold, think, it is cold. When you need something, think, I need water, or I need some rest. When you like something, think, I like this. When you do not understand something, think, I don't understand. These short thoughts are very useful because they happen in real life every day. The more you connect English with real moments, the more natural English becomes. English should not live only inside a textbook. It should enter your room, your kitchen, your work, your walk, your thoughts, and your normal day. At first, your mind may keep returning to your own language. That is completely normal. Do not become angry with yourself. Just notice it and come back to English. If you think 10 sentences and only 3 are directly in English, that is still practice. Tomorrow, maybe 4 will come directly. Later, 5, then 6. Little by little, translation becomes weaker and direct English becomes stronger. Fluency does not appear in one big moment. It grows through hundreds of small moments like these. So today, do not try to think in English for the whole day. Start with only 5 minutes. During those 5 minutes, look around, name objects, describe actions, and notice your feelings in English. Keep the sentences short. Keep them easy. Most importantly, keep going. This small habit will prepare your brain for the next step. Because once you stop translating every sentence, you can begin creating a natural English voice inside your mind. And that is exactly what we will build next. Chapter 2. Start thinking with very small English thoughts. Now that you understand why translation slows you down, the next step is to build a small English voice inside your mind. This voice does not need perfect grammar, difficult vocabulary, or long sentences. The simpler it is, the better. Many learners believe that thinking in English means thinking in beautiful, complex sentences all day. That idea creates pressure. You may think, my English is too weak. I cannot do this. But you can. You only need to begin with tiny thoughts. A tiny thought is something like, I am tired. It is hot. I need water. Where is my phone? I am late. This is nice. These short sentences are enough to start training your brain. The important rule is this. Think at your current English level. Do not try to think like an advanced speaker if you are still a beginner. If you know simple words, use simple words. If you can make short sentences, make short sentences. Your goal is not to sound impressive inside your own mind. Your goal is to make English feel natural. Think about how naturally language grows. First small words, then short sentences, then longer ideas. You can grow in the same way. If your mind can quickly produce, I am hungry, that is more useful than spending 30 seconds trying to create a perfect sentence. Start your practice from the moment you wake up. Open your eyes and think, it is morning. Then think, I am still sleepy. Sit up and think, I need to get up. Walk toward the bathroom and think, I am going to wash my face. Feel the water and think, the water is cold. Look in the mirror and think, I look tired today. These thoughts are simple, but they are connected to real life. That is why they are powerful. You are not memorizing random sentences from a book. You are using English to describe what is actually happening around you. Now continue during breakfast. You can think, I am making tea. The tea is hot. I need a spoon. I want some bread. This tastes good. I have to leave soon. You probably know most of these words already. The problem is often not knowledge, but speed. You know the words, but your brain does not use them automatically. Small daily thoughts solve this problem. Every time you use a simple sentence in a real situation, you tell your brain, use English here. Do this again and again, and English starts appearing faster. Here is another powerful method. Ask yourself small questions in English. Questions make your brain answer. Ask, what am I doing? Then answer, I am getting ready. Ask, what do I need? Answer, I need my keys. Ask, how do I feel? Answer, I feel good. Ask, where am I going? Answer, I am going to work. Ask, what will I do next? Answer, I will call my friend. This creates a small conversation inside your mind. Do not worry if the same thoughts repeat every day. Repetition is training. If you say, I am making tea, every morning for 30 days, that sentence becomes easy. Then you can grow it. You can say, I am making tea because I feel tired. Later, I always make tea before I start work. The sentence becomes longer naturally. You do not force it, you build it. You can also create English moments. Choose a few short parts of your day and decide that during those moments you will think only in English. Maybe while brushing your teeth, walking, or making coffee. Start with 2 minutes. Do not demand perfection. Just keep your mind inside English. If you do not know a word, use an easier word. If you cannot make a long sentence, make a short one. The goal is to stay in English, not to prove how much English you know. There will be moments when your first language suddenly returns. That is normal. Your first language is strong because you have used it for years. Do not become disappointed. Simply return to English with one easy sentence. If you catch yourself thinking in your own language, think, okay, now English. Then say in your mind, I am sitting, or I am working. One tiny English thought brings you back. Here is your challenge for today. Choose 10 minutes. During those 10 minutes, describe your life using only easy English thoughts. Describe what you see, feel, need, and plan to do next. The room is quiet. My phone is on the table. I am a little tired. I need to finish my work. Later, I will eat dinner. Keep going. Do not translate first. Do not search for perfect sentences. Just create small thoughts. And remember this, fluent English is not built only by learning more and more. It is also built by using what you already know faster and more naturally. You may already know many useful English words. Now wake them up. Use them in your mind every day. Give them a place in your real life. The more often you think in English, the less strange English feels. And when English stops feeling strange inside your mind, speaking it becomes much easier outside your mind. In the next chapter, we will take these small English thoughts and connect them to your daily routine, so your normal day becomes your personal English classroom. Chapter 3. Turn your daily routine into English practice. One of the best ways to improve your English is to connect English with your normal daily life. You do not always need a textbook, a classroom, or one free hour. Your whole day can become English practice. From the moment you wake up until the moment you go to bed, you are already doing many things. You are walking, eating, working, thinking, waiting, talking, and planning. All you need to do is describe some of these moments in English. This is powerful because you are not learning English separately from life. You are using English inside your real life. Start in the morning. When you open your eyes, think, it is morning. Then, I need to get up. When you wash your face, think, I am washing my face. When you brush your teeth, think, I am brushing my teeth. While getting dressed, think, I am getting ready. When you look outside, think, the weather looks nice, or it looks cloudy today. These sentences are very simple, but they train your brain to connect daily actions directly with English. During breakfast, continue the practice. Think, I am drinking tea. I am eating breakfast. The food is good. I need to leave soon. If you are preparing food, describe what you are doing. I am cutting bread. I am making coffee. I am looking for a spoon. You do not need to speak all these sentences loudly. You can say them quietly in your mind. The important thing is that English is becoming part of your routine. When you leave home, keep going. Think, I am going to work. The road is busy. There are many cars. The bus is late. I am waiting. I need to hurry. If you are walking, describe what you see. There is a shop. A man is crossing the road. The sky is blue. This kind of practice may seem too easy, but easy sentences are exactly what help you build speed. You already know many of these words. Now you are teaching your brain to use them automatically. Here is another technique you can use throughout the day. Ask yourself simple questions. What am I doing? Where am I going? What do I need? How do I feel? What will I do next? Then answer in English. I am working. I am going home. I need some water. I feel tired. I will eat dinner next. These small questions keep your mind active in English. You can also create special English moments. Choose 3 normal activities that you do every day. Maybe taking a shower, making tea, walking, or preparing for bed. During these activities, make one rule: English only. For those few minutes, try to think only in English. If you forget a word, use an easier word. If you make a grammar mistake, continue. Do not stop the practice just because one sentence is not perfect. The most important thing is consistency. 10 small English moments during the day can be more useful than studying for 2 hours once a week. Your brain learns from repetition. If you use English every morning, every afternoon, and every evening, it starts to feel familiar. Soon, some sentences will come into your mind without effort. You will not need to translate them first. Tonight, before you go to sleep, try one more exercise. Think about your day in simple English. I woke up early. I went to work. I talked to my friend. I was busy. I came home. I ate dinner. Now I am tired. That is enough. Do this every day, and you will slowly create a stronger English thinking habit. But thinking silently is only one part of fluency. Your brain may know the sentence, but your mouth also needs practice saying it. In the next chapter, we will turn these English thoughts into spoken words and use self-talk to make your speaking faster, easier, and more confident. Chapter 4. Talk to yourself and train your mouth. Now you are starting to think in English during your daily life. That is a big step. But there is another important step if you want to speak fluently. You must train your mouth to follow your mind. Sometimes you know the sentence in your head, but when you try to say it, your mouth feels slow. You pause. You forget the next word. Your pronunciation feels difficult. This happens because thinking and speaking are connected, but they are not exactly the same skill. Your brain needs practice creating English, and your mouth needs practice producing English. This is why self-talk is so powerful. Self-talk means speaking to yourself in English. You do not need a partner. You do not need a teacher. You do not need anyone to listen. You can practice alone, anywhere, at any time. Start with what you are doing right now. If you are sitting, say, I am sitting in my room. If you are drinking water, say, I am drinking water. If you are getting ready, say, I am getting ready to go out. If you are looking for something, say, "Where are my keys? I think they are on the table." This is simple speaking, but it is real speaking. Your mouth is moving. Your brain is creating sentences. Your ears are hearing your own English. Three parts of learning are working together at the same time. That is why even 5 minutes of self-talk can be very useful when you do it regularly. You may feel strange at first. You may think, "Why am I talking to myself?" But remember, you are training a skill. A singer practices before performing. An athlete trains before a competition. A speaker must also practice before speaking confidently with other people. Self-talk gives you a safe place to make mistakes. Nobody is judging you. Nobody is waiting for your answer. You can stop, repeat, correct yourself, and try again. This freedom helps you become more comfortable with English. And when you become comfortable speaking alone, it becomes easier to speak with other people. Here is a very useful exercise called the 1-minute talk. Choose one simple topic and speak about it for 1 minute. You can talk about your room, your family, your favorite food, your job, your city, your plans, or your day. For example, you can say, "This is my room. It is not very big, but I like it. There is a bed near the wall. My table is beside the window. I usually work here in the evening. I like this room because it is quiet." Do not worry about using advanced words. Use the English you already know. Your goal is to keep speaking. Now here is the important part. If you forget one word, do not stop. Try to explain the word using other English words. Imagine you want to say umbrella, but you forget the word. Instead of becoming silent, say, "It is the thing we use when it rains." If you forget refrigerator, say, "It is the machine that keeps food cold." This skill is extremely important for fluency. Fluent speakers do not always know every word. They simply know how to continue. Your goal is not to know everything. Your goal is to keep communication moving. You can also practice by talking about your day. At night, stand in front of a mirror or sit quietly and say, "Today I woke up at 7. I had breakfast. Then I went to work. I was busy in the morning. I talked to my friend in the afternoon. I came home in the evening. Now I am tired, but I feel good." The next day, add a little more detail. "The weather was hot. I had an interesting conversation. I learned something new." Over time, your 1-minute talk can become 2 minutes, then 3 minutes. You will notice that your pauses become shorter and your sentences come more easily. Another powerful method is recording your voice. Open the voice recorder on your phone and speak for 1 or 2 minutes. Do not prepare too much. Just choose a simple topic and talk, then listen to yourself. At first, you may not like your voice or pronunciation. That is normal. Do not use the recording to attack yourself. Use it to learn. Notice where you pause. Notice which words are difficult. Notice which sentences sound easy. Then try the same topic again. The second time will usually be better because your brain already knows what it wants to say. You can also copy short sentences from English videos and say them aloud. Listen to one simple sentence, pause the video, and repeat it. Try to copy the rhythm and pronunciation. For example, if you hear, "I don't think that's a good idea," repeat it several times. Do not only study the meaning, let your mouth become familiar with the sound. The more often you say common English patterns aloud, the easier they become during real conversations. Most importantly, do not wait until your English becomes perfect before you start speaking. Speaking is how you improve speaking. If you practice only inside your mind, you may become good at understanding English but still feel nervous when you open your mouth. So give yourself permission to speak badly at first. Speak slowly. Make mistakes. Repeat sentences. Laugh at yourself sometimes. Keep going. Every sentence you say is training. Today, give yourself a simple challenge. Speak to yourself in English for just 1 minute. No translation, no stopping for small mistakes, and no pressure to sound perfect. Tomorrow, do it again. After a week, compare your first recording with your latest one. You may be surprised by the difference. And once you learn to keep speaking even when your English is not perfect, you are ready for another powerful fluency skill, learning how to continue when you do not know the exact word. Chapter 5. Learn to think around words you don't know. One of the biggest reasons English learners stop speaking is very simple. They forget one word. They may know exactly what they want to say, but suddenly one important word disappears from their mind. Then everything stops. They become nervous. They start translating. They look for the perfect word. They think, "Oh no, I don't know how to say this." And because of one missing word, the whole conversation becomes difficult. But here is something very important. Fluent speakers do not always know every word either. The difference is that they know how to continue. They do not allow one missing word to end the conversation. They find another way to express the same idea. This is one of the most powerful habits you can build if you want to think in English and speak more fluently. Imagine you want to say the word pharmacy, but you cannot remember it. You have two choices. The first choice is to stop speaking, search your memory, translate, become nervous, and lose confidence. The second choice is to say, the place where we buy medicine. The second sentence is longer, but it keeps the conversation alive. Maybe you forget the word refrigerator. You can say, the machine that keeps food cold. If you forget the word receipt, you can say, the paper the shop gives you after you pay. If you forget the word dentist, you can say, the doctor who takes care of your teeth. This is called thinking around a word. You may not know the exact word, but you still know the idea. So instead of stopping, you explain the idea using English that you already know. This skill is important because fluency is not only about vocabulary. Fluency is also about flexibility. A flexible speaker can move around a problem. If one road is closed, they find another road. Think about your first language. Sometimes you also forget a word in your own language, but you usually do not become completely silent. You explain it differently. You say, that thing we use for, or it is the place where. You already have this communication skill. Now you need to bring the same skill into English. Here are some very useful sentence starters that can save you when you forget a word. You can say, it is something that, it is a place where, it is a person who, it is used for, it looks like, it is similar to, it is the thing you use when, or, I don't know the exact word, but these phrases give your brain time to think while you are still speaking. For example, imagine you forget the word ladder. You can say, I don't know the exact word, but it is something you use to climb up to a high place. Maybe the other person will understand immediately and say, oh, a ladder. Great. Now you have continued the conversation and learned the word at the same time. This changes the way you think about vocabulary. Many learners believe they must know thousands and thousands of words before they can speak well. Of course, vocabulary is important, but you do not need every word before you begin speaking. You need enough words to express your ideas and enough confidence to explain things in simple ways. A learner with 1,000 useful words and strong communication skills can sometimes speak more comfortably than a learner who knows 5,000 words but is afraid to make mistakes. Let us practice this idea. Look around your room and choose 5 objects. Now imagine that you are not allowed to say the name of the object. You must explain it. If you choose a chair, you can say, it is something we sit on. If you choose a mirror, say, it is something we look into to see our face. If you choose a pillow, say, it is something soft that we put under our head when we sleep. If you choose a fan, say, it is a machine that moves air and makes us feel cooler. If you choose a wallet, say, it is a small thing where I keep my money and cards. This simple game trains your brain to stay in English when a word is missing. You can make the exercise more interesting. Choose places instead of objects. Explain a hospital without saying hospital. You could say, it is a place where sick people go to see doctors. Explain a library. It is a place where you can read or borrow books. Explain an airport. It is a place where people go to take a plane. Then try people. A teacher is a person who helps students learn. A chef is a person who cooks food in a restaurant. A mechanic is a person who repairs cars. Every time you do this, you are teaching your brain a very important message. I can continue even when I do not know the perfect word. This is also useful during real conversations. Imagine someone asks, "What did you do yesterday?" You want to say, "I went to a tailor," but you forget the word tailor. Do not stop. Say, "I went to the person who makes and repairs clothes." The other person will probably understand. Maybe you want to say, "My internet connection was unstable," but unstable is difficult. You can simply say, "My internet was not working well. It was coming and going." Simple English can communicate the same meaning. Remember, speaking simply is not a failure. Speaking simply is a skill. Many learners try to sound advanced, and this creates unnecessary pressure. They search for difficult words even when easy words are available. But fluent communication is often very simple. If you forget exhausted, say very tired. If you forget purchase, say buy. If you forget delicious, say very good or tastes great. If you forget residence, say home. Easy words can save your fluency. There is another benefit to thinking around words. It keeps you inside English. This is exactly what you need if you want to think in English naturally. When you immediately translate every unknown word into your first language, you return to the old habit. But when you explain the word using other English words, you strengthen your English thinking habit. Your brain learns to solve problems in English. Try this when you are alone. Choose 10 random things and explain each one in English without saying its name. Make it a daily game. You can even time yourself. Give yourself 20 seconds for each object. At first, it may feel difficult. After a few days, your mind will become faster. You will start finding simple explanations more naturally. This will help you in real conversations because you will no longer panic when one word disappears. Also, learn to become comfortable saying, "I don't know the word in English." There is nothing wrong with this sentence. You can follow it with an explanation. I don't know the word in English, but it is something you use in the kitchen. This is much better than becoming silent. Communication does not require perfection. It requires movement. So the next time you forget a word, do not tell yourself, "My English is bad." Tell yourself, "Let me explain it another way." This small change can make a huge difference. You will feel less fear. You will speak for longer. You will become more creative with the English you already know. And most importantly, you will stop allowing one missing word to control the whole conversation. Your challenge today is simple. Explain 5 things in English without saying their names. Use phrases like, "It is something that," "It is used for," or "It is a place where." Make it fun. Do not worry about perfect grammar. Just keep your mind moving in English. Because real fluency is not knowing every word. Real fluency is knowing how to continue, And in the next chapter, we will make your English even faster by learning how to think in complete phrases instead of building every sentence one word at a time. Chapter 6. Think in phrases, not single words. If you want to speak English more fluently, you need to stop building every sentence one word at a time. This is something many beginners do. They think of the first word, then the second word, then the third word. They check each word carefully. They think about grammar. They translate. And because of this, speaking becomes very slow. A better way is to learn and think in phrases. A phrase is a small group of words that often comes together. When your brain remembers the whole phrase, you do not need to create it again every time. You can use it quickly and naturally. Think about some simple phrases you already know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think so. That sounds good. Let me think. What do you mean? I have no idea. You probably do not create these sentences word by word. You remember them as complete pieces of English. This is why they come out faster. Your goal is to collect more useful phrases like these and make them part of your daily English. For example, instead of learning only the word sure, learn the phrase I'm not sure. Instead of learning only the word idea, learn that's a good idea. Instead of learning only the word think, learn let me think. I think so, and I don't think so. Now one word gives you several useful speaking tools. This is much better than memorizing a long list of single words that you never use. You can also learn sentence patterns. These patterns help you create many sentences quickly. Start with, I want to, then add different endings. I want to learn English. I want to go home. I want to improve my speaking. I want to travel. I want to sleep. One pattern can give you many sentences. Now try, I need to. You can say, I need to work. I need to study. I need to call my friend. I need to buy some food. Your brain does not need to build the beginning again. It already knows the pattern. Another useful pattern is, I'm trying to. Say, I'm trying to improve my English. I'm trying to wake up early. I'm trying to save money. I'm trying to speak more. You can also use I'm going to. I'm going to eat. I'm going to study. I'm going to meet my friend. These patterns make speaking easier because part of the sentence is already ready in your mind. Now imagine someone asks you a question and you need a few seconds to think. You do not need to become silent. Use a phrase like, let me think, or say, that's a good question. These phrases give your brain extra time. If you are not certain, say, I'm not sure, but if you disagree politely, say, I don't think so. If you need clarification, say, what do you mean? These are small phrases, but they can make your conversations much smoother. Here is a simple exercise. Choose one useful pattern and make 10 sentences with it. Let us use I have to. You can say, I have to work today. I have to clean my room. I have to call my brother. I have to finish this task. I have to wake up early tomorrow. Do not only write these sentences, say them aloud. Repeat the pattern until your mouth can produce it easily. The more you repeat useful patterns, the faster they become. You should also build your own phrase bank. Do not collect random difficult phrases. Collect phrases that you actually need in your life. If you work in an office, learn phrases connected to work. If you are a student, learn phrases connected to study. If you travel, collect travel phrases. If you often speak with friends, learn casual conversation phrases. Your English should match your real life. You can keep 10 or 15 useful phrases on your phone. Read them in the morning. Use them during the day. Try to create your own sentences with them. After a few days, replace the phrases you already know with new ones. Slowly, your brain will build a large collection of ready-made English. And here is the exciting part. When you know enough useful phrases, you start thinking in them. Instead of translating every sentence, your brain begins to say, I think, I need to, the problem is, or, in my opinion, almost automatically. This is when speaking starts to feel faster and more natural. But there is still one problem that can stop you even if you know many phrases: the fear of making mistakes. You may know what you want to say, but you still stay quiet because you want every sentence to be perfect. In the next chapter, we will break that habit and learn why perfect English is not the goal when you want real fluency. Chapter 7. Stop chasing perfect English. One of the biggest enemies of fluency is the desire to speak perfect English. You may know the words, you may understand the question, you may even know the answer, but before you speak, your mind starts checking everything. Is this grammar correct? Am I using the right tense? Is my pronunciation good? What if I make a mistake? What if someone laughs at me? And while you are thinking about all these things, the moment to speak is already gone. This is why you need to understand something very important. Fluency does not come from waiting until your English is perfect. Fluency comes from speaking again and again, even when your English is not perfect. When you are practicing speaking, your first goal should be communication. Say what you want to say. Finish the thought. Keep the conversation moving. You can correct your mistakes later. Imagine you say, "Yesterday I go to the market." You may immediately realize that go is wrong. The correct word is went. But do not stop completely. Finish your sentence first. Say, "Yesterday I go to the market and buy some food." Later you can correct it. "Yesterday I went to the market and bought some food." This way you practice both fluency and accuracy, but not at the same time. Many learners stay silent because they are afraid of mistakes. But silence does not improve speaking. Speaking improves speaking. Think about a child learning to walk. The child falls many times, but does not stop forever. Every fall teaches balance. English mistakes work in a similar way. Every mistake can teach you something. Maybe you use the wrong tense today, notice it tomorrow, and use the correct tense next week. That is progress. You should also stop comparing your English with advanced speakers. They may have practiced for many years. Your journey is different. Compare yourself with your past self. Can you speak for 1 minute today when you could only speak for 20 seconds before? Great. Can you answer a question with less translation? Great. Can you continue when you forget a word? That is real improvement. Another important point is speed. Some learners think fluent English means speaking very fast. It does not. Fluency means speaking smoothly and clearly. You can speak slowly and still sound confident. Give yourself permission to pause. A natural pause is not a failure. Even native speakers pause when they are thinking. Use phrases like, "Let me think," "Well, I'm not sure, but," or "That's a good question." These phrases give you time without ending the conversation. Here is a useful exercise. Choose a simple topic and speak for 2 minutes. Make one rule: do not stop for small mistakes. If you say something incorrectly, continue. Do not restart the whole sentence. Do not judge yourself. Just keep going. After 2 minutes, think about 1 or 2 mistakes you noticed. Correct them and try again. The second attempt will usually feel easier. You can also change the way you talk to yourself. Instead of saying, "My English is terrible," say, "My English is improving." Instead of saying, "I always make mistakes," say, "Mistakes are helping me learn." Instead of saying, I cannot speak fluently. Say, I am learning to speak more smoothly every day. Your thoughts affect your confidence, and your confidence affects your speaking. Remember, confidence does not usually come before action. It grows after action. You speak, you survive the mistake, you try again, and your fear becomes smaller. Then you speak again. Little by little, English starts feeling normal instead of frightening. So today, give yourself permission to speak imperfect English. Do not wait for the perfect sentence. Use the words you know. Keep your sentences simple. Pause when you need to. Correct yourself later. Your goal is not to impress people. Your goal is to communicate and improve. You have already learned how to stop translating. Think in small English thoughts. Use your daily routine. Practice self-talk. Explain unknown words. And think in phrases. Now, only one final step remains: putting everything together into a simple daily system. In the next chapter, you will learn how to build an English thinking routine that can make these skills part of your everyday life. Chapter 8. Build your daily English thinking system. Now you have learned the most important parts of thinking in English. You know how to stop translating every sentence. You know how to create small English thoughts. Use your daily routine. Talk to yourself. Explain words you do not know. Think in phrases. And stop chasing perfect English. But knowledge alone will not change your speaking. You need a simple system that you can follow every day. The good news is that this system does not need hours of study. You can build your English thinking habit with small moments from morning to night. The secret is not doing something huge once. The secret is doing something small again and again until your brain starts using English naturally. Start your day with 2 minutes of English. The moment you wake up, do not immediately think about complicated grammar or vocabulary. Just notice your situation. Think, it is morning. I am still sleepy. Today is a new day. I need to get ready. I have some work to do. These simple thoughts are enough. Then, while you are washing your face or getting dressed, describe what you are doing. I am washing my face. I am wearing my shirt. I am looking for my shoes. I need my phone. This may only take 2 or 3 minutes, but you are already telling your brain, English is part of my day. During breakfast, choose one small English-only moment, maybe 5 minutes. During this time, think only in English. Look at your food and say in your mind, the tea is hot. I am hungry. This tastes good. Think about your plans. I have to finish my work today. I need to call someone. I want to practice English again tonight. Keep it simple. If you do not know a word, explain it with easier English. Do not leave English just because one word is missing. Now, during the day, use questions to keep your mind active. Ask yourself, what am I doing? How do I feel? What do I need? What will I do next? Then answer, I am working. I feel a little tired. I need some water. I will take a break soon. These small questions turn normal moments into English practice. You do not need a classroom. Your life becomes the classroom. Choose one daily activity for self-talk. It can be walking, cooking, cleaning your room, driving, or getting ready for bed. Speak aloud if possible. Say what you see and what you are doing. I am walking to the shop. There are many people outside. The weather is warm today. I need to buy some fruit. Do not try to sound advanced. Your job is to keep speaking. Even 3 minutes of self-talk every day can make a big difference because your mouth is learning to follow your thoughts. Next, collect 2 or 3 useful phrases every day. Maybe you hear, that makes sense, I'm not sure, or Let me think. Write them somewhere on your phone. Then use them during the day. Make your own examples. I'm not sure what time I will finish. Let me think about it. That makes sense to me. Do not collect 20 new phrases at once. 2 or 3 are enough. Remember, your goal is not to collect English. Your goal is to use English. At some point during the day, give yourself a 1-minute speaking challenge. Choose a simple topic and speak without stopping. Talk about your morning, your job, your family, your room, your favorite food, or your plans. If you forget a word, explain it another way. If you make a mistake, continue. Do not restart every sentence. This is where everything you learned begins to work together. Your brain thinks in English, your mouth produces English, and your confidence becomes stronger. At night, do a short review of your day. You can say, "Today I woke up early. I had breakfast. I went to work. I was busy. I talked to my friend. I came home late. Now I am tired." Then add one feeling and one plan. I feel good because I finished my work. Tomorrow I will practice English again. This simple evening review helps you practice past, present, and future ideas without turning it into a grammar lesson. Now imagine doing this for 30 days. During the first week, thinking in English may still feel slow. You may translate many sentences. That is okay. During the second week, some phrases may begin to appear faster. During the third week, you may notice that simple English thoughts come without translation. And after more practice, speaking may start to feel easier because your brain is no longer starting from zero every time you open your mouth. But do not make the mistake of expecting perfection after 30 days. Fluency is a journey. Some days will feel easy. Some days you may forget words. Some days you may feel tired. Keep going anyway. Even 5 minutes is better than 0. Consistency builds fluency. Remember this powerful idea. Every English thought is practice. Every sentence you say aloud is practice. Every time you explain a missing word instead of stopping, you are becoming more flexible. Every time you speak, even though you are afraid of making a mistake, you are becoming more confident. These small moments are building your future English. So do not wait for the perfect course, the perfect teacher, the perfect vocabulary, or the perfect time. Start with what you have today. Think one sentence in English, then another. Speak one sentence aloud, then another. Build the habit slowly. One day, you may suddenly notice something amazing. You are not translating anymore. English is simply coming to you. And that is the real goal. Not perfect English, not the fastest English, natural English. English that lives in your mind and comes out when you need it. Keep practicing, keep speaking, keep thinking in English, and give yourself time. Fluency is not magic, it is a habit, and you can start building that habit today.